Hi, let's start the chapter. Chapter 9, Electronic Commerce and Software. Now, the objective of this chapter is how to find and evaluate web hosting services, what functions are performed by electronic commerce softwares, how electronic commerce software work with database and ERP software, what enterprise application integration and web service are, and how they can be used with the electronic commerce software. Furthermore, which types of electronic commerce softwares are used by small, medium, and large businesses? How electronic commerce works with the customer relationship management or CRM, knowledge management, and supply chain management software. Web hosting. Self-hosting is running self-servers in-house, most often used by large companies. Third-party web hosting service offer web services, electronic commerce functions, and it's often used by mid-sized to smaller companies. Commerce service provider or CSP provide internet access and web hosting services. They offer a web server management and rent application softwares. They're also called MSP or managed service provider or ASP or application services providers. Web hosting services option. You can have a shared hosting, means client website on a server hosting other website simultaneously, or you can have a dedicated one, which is dedicated hosting means that the client web server not shared with other clients. This type is what you call service provider owns and maintenance service hardware, lease it to a client and provide internet access. Now, with the co-location or co-location service, the provider rents physical space to a client with a reliable power supply, internet, and connections. That means client install maintenance servers, hardwares, and softwares. You can see it in the video. Web hosting decision. Hardware platform and software combination should be upgradable when the site web traffic increase. That's one of the decisions you need to make. And also a scalable hardware and software combination adaptable to meet the changing requirement. So these are two things that help you to make a decision, server hosting decisions. Now, the basic function of electronic commerce. An electronic commerce solution must provide category display, shopping cart capabilities, and transaction processing. These are the three things that has to be basic. But then with the large complex side may include software with added features and capabilities, tracking, suggestion. What's a catalog? Catalog display software. Catalog organized goods and services being sold. May organize by logical department, where store advantage is a single product may appear in a multiple categories. And there is a catalog is a listing of goods and services, and that statistic catalog is a simple list of written in the HTML. Must edit the HTML to add or delete the items. Then you have what you call dynamic catalog stores, which is stores information in a database with photos, detailed description, and a search tool for a local item and determine the availabilities. That's what we call a native application, or could be both located in a third tier of website architecture. Now, the second part is the shopping cart software. Early electronic commerce used a form of shopping. Shoppers select the item by filling out an online forms, which was awkward if you're ordering more than one or two items, and there might be some errors if it's complicated. Electronic shopping carts are now standard everywhere, and it keeps track of item customers selected and allows them to view the cart content, what you will have be added or you want to remove something. Ordering requires a simple click now, which execute the purchasing transaction, which is a screen asks for billing and shipping information in the same time. Once you make an order, you see these pops up. Shopping cart web is stateless system that does not require retain information from one transmission probably to another. Once you're done, it keeps it in the record. Shopping cart software must store information. Cookies allow information to be stored and retrieved. How the cookies works, we'll explain. If the browser does not allow cookie storage, software automatically assign a temporary number to you. So the dynamic pricing management software adjust. That's another one we need to talk to, adjust price we need to talk to in a real time based on a variable seller chooses. And then you have what you call a promotion management software, allows sellers to create a special offer on a specific product or products. We have, once you do shopping, we have what you call fulfillment integration software connect sellers, shopper cart to fulfillment provider computers. Shipping automatically triggered at the completed sales. So you see the address. Product review management softwares usually allows you customers to post a review of a product. We see also product recommendation triggers are tools that respond to a customer product selection, provide suggestions for a related product, probably refills. Abandoned cart software enables shopping cart to be retained for a later. So you just get out, come back, you find it there when a customer session is terminated. And this is a sample. We can explain to it how it works. Then we have what you call transaction processing. PSPs might be involved credit card might be involved, your bank, or token or prepaid cards. It occurs usually, this transaction processing occurs when shoppers proceed to a virtual checkout counter by clicking the checkout button. Electronic commerce software performs calculation for you then. Then when you have a web browser softwares and seller web server softwares switch into a secure communication state, so it's not open for the public to be interacted. And other calculation include coupon, promotion, time-sensitive offers, and the shipping things, to whom supposed to be shipped also, by whom. And this is how it looks like in general. We can explain the basic electronic commerce site architect, how it works. How electronic commerce software works with other softwares now. Most large companies with electronic commerce operation also have substantial business activities unrelated to electronic commerce. So they do other businesses besides electronic. So the important is to integrate electronic commerce activities into the company's other operation, like the warehousing, like the CRM, like the supply chain management. The basic information system element is a collection of a database. So they store it in the database. We saw the video for the database. What's a database? It's a highly structured information stored on a computer, server, whatever. Business rules are how the company do business. Data management software, or DBM, allows users to enter, edit, retrieve, update database information. Distributed information systems are large systems storing the data in a many different physical things. There is a lot of database available, DB2, DBMS, you have SQL, MySQL, you have Sybase. There's a lot of database available in the market, but the most famous one is SQL, is an open source software or by Oracle. Also MySQL, which is a free one. Now, there must be some middleware who connect your back-end system to the front end, and it's called middleware. Middleware takes sales and inventory shipment information from electronic commerce softwares. They are kind of connected, transmitted into accounting and inventory management softwares. Companies can write their own middleware or purchase it. It costs around from $30,000 to several millions, depending on the how complex is your e-commerce and your existing systems. Now, application software is a program that performs specific functions like creating invoices, and then you have the application. So this is what you call the enterprise application integration, which is we have application softwares, we have application servers, and The application software is a program that performs a specific function like creating invoice. And then you have the application servers like a computer takes the request message received by the web server, for example. And then you have the enterprise application, which is enterprise application integration, which is the creation of link among scattered applications. So the business logic can be interconnected. Integration with the ERP system. Enterprise resource planning or ERP software are business system integrating all facts of a business, like accounting, logistics, manufacturing, marketing, planning, project management, treasury function, HR, and list goes on. But the two major providers for these vendors is Oracle and SAP. ERP software installation, we might see that also in the video. ERP software installation can be costing between 1 million to 10 millions for a mid-sized company. That's a lot of investment. Smaller online ERP purchase product like NetSuite that offers ERP system subscription, or you can use Excel if it's too small, which is called software as a service. We'll talk about the difference between Oracle and NetSuite, which is Oracle NetSuite, owned by Oracle. And this is how the ERP system integration with electronic data interchange. We can look at that. Now, web services. Web services is a software system supporting interoperable machine-to-machine interaction over the network. So that web services is sitting on your PCs and connect different PCs together. It's a set of software and technology allow computers to use the web to interact with each other directly. Does not require human operation directly. For directing the specific interaction is automatically you click and you start sending. And then you have what you call APIs, or it's an application program interface, which is a general name for ways programs interact with each other, web API interaction over the web. So what web service can do and how web service works. A web service offers improved customer services, as we said, and reduce the cost. It transmits XML tagged data from one enterprise integrated application to another, becomes an XML, and it provides data feedback between two different companies sometimes. Programs write software accessing business application logic units without knowing the details. They don't need to. Allowed communication between program written in a different language on a different platform. Example, transaction processing can be combined with other web services for complex tasks, for example. So it's a machine-to-machine communication was originally accomplished with HTML, but now most are XML. First, web services information source programmers incorporated into software applications. Now, the electronic commerce or the basic CSP, which is Commerce Service Provider. Use the service provider shared or dedicated hosting service. That's the CSP, Commerce Service Provider, which is they do that. And it shifts the staffing burden from company to the web host. Usually, that's the good part of it. Spread the cost over all hosted businesses. Host provider keeps servers working through storms and power outage, disaster recovery, backup planning, always they have part of them. And they have the customer service providers offer a free and low cost e-commerce software. You can have less than $20 per month with the software built in site. Well, something like that. Gate.com, prohosting.com, one-to-one internet, Yahoo. And the example that you have mall style CSP, which is a mall styles customer service provider, provides small businesses with the basic website like stacks, online stores, design tools, templates, and easy to use interface. There's also low monthly fees, online time setup, and percentage amount for each transaction or fee fix. They have a shopping cart, softwares, and payment processing. Also, the two main mall like Amazon for businesses and eBay stores for businesses also. No long-term commitment and follow-up front cost also. It requires several dedicated computers. Web server, we talked about it, systems, firewalls. So to do an enterprise class electronic commerce software, these are what you need. Like a IBM WebSphere, Commerce, Enterprise, or Oracle and Oracle eBusiness Suite and Broadvision. It also provides tool for linking and supporting supply and purchasing activities, secure transaction processing and fulfillment, interaction with firm inventory system to issue a purchase order, generate accounting, enterprise, download electronic good directly from the site. This is how it looks like, the typical enterprise electronic commerce architect. Now, CMS, which is something that you use, or content management system, is usually helps control a large amount of text, graphic, media, files that have been crucial to doing business, increased use of social media and networking as a part of online operation. Software should be tested before commitment of all the softwares. Straightforward procedures for a regular maintenance and facilitate typical content creation task. We can create tasks easier. Leading providers include IBM once again and Oracle. Costs between $50,000 to $500,000 for content management system. But keep in mind, each industry might have a preferred use of content management system. Can cost 3 to 4 times that amount to customize. configure, and implement. 1 to 3, usually, or 1 to 4. Then you have what you call a knowledge management system. System that manage knowledge itself rather than documentary representation of the knowledge, collect, organize, and share knowledge. And we see it in our emails. Enhance collaboration and preserve knowledge gained through information use to benefit future users. Tools to read the document and to conduct search, also the knowledge management system. Use property semantic statistical algorithm. Knowledge management system collect knowledge element by extracting them from normal interactions users have with the information. Roughly implementation costs between 10,000 to 1 million or more. Definitely more if you have a large to mid-sized company. Now, then we have the supply chain management, or the CSM, or supply chain management software. And that helps to coordinate planning and operation within supply chain partner and within your organization. Supply chain planning software develop, coordinate demand forecast. Supply chain, you have something called MRP also within ERP. Supply chain management execution software help with warehouse and transportation management. Supply chain management software component manage demand and supply planning and demand fulfillment. The cost of supply chain management software's implementation varies tremendously based on the number of locations and complications, and it ranges between $300,000 to $5 million and above. The last we can speak about it is the CRM, or customer relationship management software, which is the goal to understand customer specific needs and customize the product or service to meet those needs. Ideal if the customer needs are met exactly, they will pay more for goods or services. So that's why you need the CRM. Software must obtain data from operation software and gather data about the customer's activities. Use the data to conduct analytical activities. The basic form of CRM uses customers' information to sell more goods or services. Today is not to meet only the demand, you need to make the customer more delighted. The advanced form of CRM deliver attractive, positive customer experience. That's what you call delight. The important in maintaining customer loyalty when the purchase process is a long and complex, especially. From 1996 to 2000, companies spent millions to buy system and restrict customer strategies. That experience usually led to a change in thinking. Now, used to solve a smaller, more specific problem, popular target is call centers operation today. Lots of call centers must have a CRM. Some companies create their own, but mostly buy a software package like Salesforce. The price starts between $2,000 and large implementation can cost millions, like BMW and Ford does that, use Oracle CRM application. This is how it looks like. Can explain that element of a CRM system and the setup for it. Now, within this CRM system, we will have to have eventually running an artificial intelligence to conclude what the database and what company think of artificial intelligence look like on the top versus what they think what's actually is made of. Thank you very much.